What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this beautiful, just kidding, not so beautiful Sunday evening where we're trying to enjoy Sunday night football or sorry, Sunday football just in general. If you guys don't know, I was hosting a watch party watching this game, Cardinals with the Seattle Seahawks or versus the Seattle Seahawks with our bird gang here. That's why I'm all done up here with the scarf and the hat on. And unfortunately, the Arizona Cardinals could not complete the job. Now, this weekend, we've seen a lot of different things happen. We've seen the Green Bay Packers lose to the Lions. Now, granted, I know Aaron Rodgers was not playing in the second half. I understand that. We've seen the Colts lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars 26-11. And now to add cherry on top of the ice cream, the Arizona Cardinals fall to the Seattle Seahawks 38-30. And the biggest thing out there that seems to kind of, be sticking on the side of my side here is that the Arizona Cardinals couldn't stop the run again. Now, that right there seems to be the trend for the Arizona Cardinals here when we've been talking about this for quite some time now. The Arizona Cardinals lose. Now, the good thing here on our side is that the Arizona Cardinals, they don't lose playoff spots. No. The Arizona Cardinals were at the 5th seed starting this game, and they continued to be the 5th seed going after this loss as well. Now, right now, we're sitting in the 5th seed. If you guys don't know, the Rams ended up losing, which makes it even freaking worse as a Cardinal fan. The San Francisco 49ers did their best. They held their end of the bargain. They're like, yes, Cardinals, we will do this favor for you. We got you. And when it seemed bleak, when it seemed like the San Francisco 49ers were not going to be able to pull it off, they made a second half comeback. And they ended up going into overtime and beating the Rams. And that's what we needed. That's what we needed, fam. We needed the 49ers to beat the Rams and the Cardinals to kind of take over, right? To win so we can take the crown of the NFC West. But no. We're Cardinal fans. We know a little better than that. Than to kind of put our eggs in one basket. As you all know, I'm pretty sure that's why you guys are joining in the stream. Appreciate you guys for being here. How we run things, we always make sure that we read the contributions, the super chats that come through. Thank you in advance for everybody dropping, super chats. I appreciate it. I'm pretty upset. I am. I'm pretty upset that we couldn't get the job done and we couldn't become the NFC West champions. But the Cardinals did this to ourselves. 3-game losing streak came against the Cowboys. We showed up. We looked like we were starting to feel something. And then the first half, we just couldn't get anything done correctly. So we made our bed. We have to lay in it. We made our bed, and now we have to lay in it. Let me make a big shout out here to my guy, Davis Garcia, with the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate the contribution, my guy. He says, O-line was trash. Run defense was trash. Cliff is going for 4th downs, ... No. MGO with another super chat. We play the Rams in the first round. Sad face. Well, my concern here with this loss isn't that, oh boy, now we got the Rams. Oh man, this sucks. That's not where I'm upset. We are going to play whoever it fell. You know what I mean? However it fell, that's who the Arizona Cardinals were going to play. It's just the way that the storybook happened for the Cardinals, it almost kind of seemed like, wow, you were the NFC West top leaders, top dogs. And then we lost it. And then we had a chance to get it back if we could just beat the struggling Seahawks in the last game at home. And we couldn't get the job done. That's where my anger, that's where my frustration comes from. For me, we're playing the Rams. All I can say, next week is another week. Bring it on. That's all I can say. Now, we made this bed that we have to lie in here right now, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that kind of goes in our favor, actually two things that go in our favor, two that I can think of right now. A, we're not a at home type of team. Like we don't play good at home. So if you ask any, Cardinal fan, casual Cardinal fan, that this might be a blessing in disguise. The Cardinals don't win at home. I don't know what it is. We suck at home. So might be a blessing in disguise. We're going to SoFi and hopefully with the opportunity to win there. The second kind of little blessing in disguise is that the Rams have Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford kind of seems to be that quarterback that crumbles when the lights are too bright. Now, is that going to happen with the Arizona Cardinals when we play them? I don't know. But I don't think Matthew Stafford has quite yet won a playoff game in his career. Now I understand what you're saying. Kyler Murray hasn't won a playoff game either. I'm right there with you. But those are the kind of shiny brightness that I can see as of right now. But I agree with the super chat earlier. Our run defense, garbage. Our offensive line, what the heck was DJ Humphries doing? We were turnstiles out there. It was absolutely garbage to see Kyler Murray constantly being pressured. Let me give some shout outs here. Let me give a shout out to my guy Big Will with the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, burn the stadium down. Bad juju there. That seems to be the trend this year. That absolutely does. Why we don't play good at home is freaking beyond me. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFC West was right there for the Arizona Cardinals to get. Right there. And we couldn't get the job done. Now, if the Cardinals won, we could have been sitting at a third seed. Maybe the fourth seed. No, I think it would have been the third seed. But now, we laid our bed, and we are here now. Let me give another big shout out to my guy Sam Johnson with the $5 contribution. He says, we want to blame coaching. That's fine. Bottom line is we are playing like a dumb team. I agree. I'm not blaming this on coaching personally. I'm blaming this as an organization. As why the heck did we not think that this was the game that we could have freaking got the NFC West? Look, we could have had it. It was right there. It's right in our hands. And we crumbled under pressure, man. In the first half, the only reason why we had a touchdown is because Chandler Jones wreaks havoc on Russell Wilson. But we only scored 3 points in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. 3 points in the first half in terms of the offense. Now, defense, they started off pretty hot. I was pretty excited to see Chandler Jones get a strip sack. And then, Zach Allen did the little dance. That was pretty exciting to see. But the frustration level with this team right now is at an all-time high. How are we not fixing the issues that's been plaguing this team time and time again from the entirety of the year? We've talked about this at the trade deadline. This right here is the same thing that we can't do all year. We can't stop the run. And then we chose not to do anything in the trade deadline. Okay. But now this is the result. We made our bed, and now we just have to lie in it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Absolutely bonkers to me. Now, there was somebody who actually posted something on the chat here, or it might have been on my my watch party that we had. There were some things on this game that I don't know what the heck we were doing. On defensive side of the ball, we had Byron Murphy. Now, I understand Byron Murphy's been struggling. I'm right there with you. But my Byron Murphy at this point right now, on paper, is the best cornerback we have. Why was Byron Murphy covering the slot wide receiver, the person in the slot? What the heck is that? What's the sense in that? We were having a guy named Borders and a guy named Antonio Hamilton, which, hey, we're struggling in our secondary right now, so we need help. But my main concern is, why was Byron Murphy in the slot for the first full half? And of course, in the second half, lights went off, and now we started to see Byron Murphy play on one of their top wide receivers, Lockett and DK Metcalf. Borders, seriously? Like, that's the best that we came up with, fam? Seriously, Cardinals? That's the best we came up with? I just don't get it. The frustration level right now is here. Are we in the playoffs? Yes, we are. Congrats to the Arizona Cardinals. But to shut up all the people that's been talking about the Arizona Cardinals being a one-and-done team, it's feeling pretty high up right now. Now, my confidence level going into this game against the Rams, we'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens. Because as of right now, this point into the season, man, 3 points in the first half. Sheesh, that might have been when we lost this game. And that's not even to mention, why the heck is Chandler Jones in coverage? I feel like every game we see something like this, where we actually see players that should be in coverage go for blitzes, and then we have people on the defensive line that can't hang with wide receivers. They drop back. What are we doing? What the heck is going on? Big shout out to my guy Brian Smith, Super Chat. Appreciate you. Not sure I've seen a team so flat and uninspired in so many big games this year. It's really hard to disagree with you, my guy. It's really hard to disagree with you because I so desperately want to say the Cardinals have showed up. But man, the frustration level as a Cardinal fan right now should be at an all-time high. It should be. Especially starting off 7-0. And now we're teetering away, with the same thing that happens every single time. Every single year, the Cliff Kingsbury experience has been happening every single year. We're in the playoffs. Great. Check the box. But if we're a one-and-done team, what did we really accomplish? We're trying to go for the Lombardi because not only do we have these top players, these top free agency players that we can only afford when Kyler Murray is in his rookie contract, the moment we start paying Kyler Murray, these big names, you're not going to be seeing them anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because most of that money, most of that cap is going to Mr. Kyler Murray. Big shout out to my guy, I Am Barrow, with the $20 donation. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much. He says, all I got to say is hopefully Marco comes back for wild card, and Breland better be on active roster tomorrow. Also, do we know what day and time we play yet? And if I see Chandler Jones dropping coverage again, I will freak out. Beautifully said. As of right now, if anybody knows the time for the Arizona Cardinals to play over the weekend, please let me know. But as of right now, I don't think we know quite yet which games are going to be, at least the information that I've been given, most likely tomorrow. But we have the times, obviously 2 on Saturday, 2 Sunday, but we don't know which quite slot the Arizona Cardinals are going to be fitting into. But I agree. 100% agree. If I see Chandler Jones drop into coverage one more time, I'm going to pull my glorious hair out. It's disgusting to see it. It really is. Another super chat coming in here. Thanks for the contribution. Tyler Armstrong coming up clutch. Appreciate you. He says, it sucks we lost, but I trust this team on the road than at home. That's the bright spot. That's the bright spot, Mike. I appreciate the super chat. And you're right. Those are the bright spots. If we can look to any positivity out of this weekend is A, we suck at home. We are absolutely 110% garbage at home. I don't know what it is. But these coaches were saying and preaching to us that they're going to fix it, and we have yet to freaking fix it. Now, this game was a one-score game. I would take this game in a heartbeat and not get smashed by the Seattle Seahawks. So we are here, right? It's fine. We lost 38-30. Okay, no worries. No big deal. But you're right. The bright spots of this game, A, we suck at home. We're going to be going most likely, we're going to be playing in SoFi Stadium against the Rams. And B, another bright spot is we're playing Matthew Stafford, which has never really won a playoff game. And it seems to be kind of crumbling under pressure because I don't know if you guys saw the 49ers game, but he took a deep shot to Beckham Jr., and it was an intercepted by a rookie. But our secondary right now is absolutely depleted. It's pretty rough right now. Our secondary is pretty rough. So those are a couple bright spots. A couple bright spots for the Arizona Cardinals there for sure. So as of right now, Cardinals lose. And we should have known, right? It's the Seahawks at home. We suck here at home against them, and we beat them over there. It's a tale that we've been hearing time and time again. Happens all the time. They come here, they beat us. We go over there, we beat them. We should have known. But the Cardinals are now and still at the 5th seed in the playoff standings right now. In terms of seedings, we're sitting at the 5th seed. We were at the beginning of this game, and we are still in the 5th seed going into wild card weekend next weekend. The Cardinals need to get whatever they were promising that they were going to get done completed. Because, man, it's tough right now, brothers. It's tough. It's tough. Now, if you guys don't know right now, there is a post-game show or a press conference show going on right now for the Cardinals. Obviously, we lost. Let's go ahead and do a quick dive in here right now and see what they are saying at this very moment. If there's nobody talking at this moment, then, hey, we're just going to kind of we'll move on. But I want to take a look to see if there's anybody talking in the podium right now because I kind of want to hear what's going on, man. I want to hear what happened, why it happened. Let me share the screen. Chrome, bam. Here we go.
Try to go out there and make plays.
What did you see from the offense there on that interception, and did you feel like you made it?
All right, you guys should watch this.
Oh, definitely. I seen Russell trying to scramble. He threw the ball, and I just made a good catch. And
okay, I want to hear what Cliff says. Let me rewind it.
Ran the ball through it, played great defense, and so I got to tip your hat to them.
Tip our hat over to them again. Mr. Cliff Kingsbury, can we say something different? Let me just pause it here real quick. Can we say something different? I am absolutely pissed off, and I'm actually sick of hearing the same thing over and again. Can we stop giving credit to that team as well? We get paid equally the same amount that you guys get, or they get paid the same amount as you guys get paid. Can the love of God stop saying the same things over and over again? It's pissing me off. I am Bear. What's up, dude? Got to look at a brand new season, pull all these games the past, and only worry about the playoffs. Well, hope so, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. Me Wilson, I'm happy with the loss. Why? Because J.J. Watt was there, and I feel like he's the heart and soul of this defense. He could feed motivation from this. I hope so, brother. I hope so. Hopefully he's coming back for this season. But let's keep on listening to what our coach has to say.
No. I mean, like I said, we would have liked to win the division, but we're in the playoffs. We'll go play them next week, and should be a heck of a game.
Almost a good thing the team's heading on the road in the playoffs.
It appears that way. I mean, we haven't played very well here. Today I just thought they played like they wanted it more, outcoached, outplayed us. So like I said, got to give them a lot of credit. They knew it.
So played like they wanted it more. Okay, I can accept that. Play like they wanted it more. Isn't it your job as a coach to motivate these darn players? Why are these players not wanting it more than the Seattle Seahawks when the NFC West is right there in their hands? What are we preaching? Now, I get it. This is not on Cliff Kingsbury. This is on the players too. So just keep this in mind. I'm only getting pissed off because I'm hearing the same things over and over again from this guy that got us to the playoffs. Appreciate you for doing that. But what are we doing that we're not motivating ourselves and the Seahawks wanted it more? Freaking frustrating, man. Let's keep listening.
It was their last game, and they still played at a really high level.
Line and Kyler had such a strong game last week. Was that, do you think, a big factor in this one? 5 or 6 sacks?
I'll have to watch the tape, but we could never get in rhythm. I think we had 5 sacks and 6 penalties on offense. And
okay, you need to get into rhythm. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep pausing it. But we need to get into rhythm. I've been saying this on the watch party. Why the heck are we chucking the ball deep on 3rd and 1 every single time, it seems like? Convert the first down, and that's something that you need to talk to Kyler Murray and say, run the freaking ball, get this chunk play, because, yes, it's great when you throw the ball deep, but when it doesn't work, we're off the field and it's 3 and out. So get the job done, my guy.
Seem to be behind the chains the entire game, and you got to give them credit. They played hard and made plays when they had to on defense.
When you said wanted it more, is that concerning heading into what you guys are heading into now?
I just think it's an interesting position we were in. A lot of guys.
Oh, that's such a beautiful question. Appreciate you, man. You wanted it more? Isn't that concerning going into the playoffs? Woo! Great question, man.
Just haven't been in that, when you're in and so the game matters. You want to win the division, possibly. You don't know what's going on in the other game, and I just didn't think as a staff or a team we handled that well.
Is there a concern about James Conner's injury?
I haven't had an update on that.
About Kelvin Beachum.
Same. I haven't heard since he came back in and was playing, but I haven't heard anything since.
One of the things that's happened recently is in the red zone, and of course they were too late inside the 10 and ended up with field goals. Anything you put your finger on in terms of what's happened in the red zone?
We just haven't been very good down there, whether it's scheme or execution. Just missed
all of it,
negative plays,
all of it,
and we got to score touchdowns to win these type games.
We've seen DeAndre on the sidelines on crutches. Can you imagine him coming back in the postseason at this point?
I'm not sure on that. And I know he's been rehabbing hard, but I'm not sure if.
Yeah, it does looks pretty bleak for DeAndre Hopkins for sure.
Would you have hope to have Marco back there? I know you guys were kind of like moving things around with Kevin Peterson getting hurt and everything at cornerback.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm not sure how he'll progress this week, but he made some strides last week, and we need some depth at that position right now.
Talked about kind of both games going on at the same time and how that was a unique situation, didn't handle it well. I mean, how did you sort of prepare for this knowing that was the situation?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want any scoreboard watching, so we made sure that wasn't going on. We just wanted to.
Well, it didn't matter now, did it?
To the best of our ability and make sure we could control.
Didn't matter scoreboard watching at all, my guys.
Unfortunately, we didn't do that.
With coaching, playing, execution, why is that happening still at this point?
That's what we got to figure out this week.
Oh, brother, how have you not figured it out by now? We're sitting at week 18, my guy. We're going into the playoffs. Have you not figured it out yet? What? You have not figured it out yet?
One of the best teams in the league, but I'm not sure.
The
exactly why
disgrace.
we played the way we did, and like I said, Seattle played really well. The last 2 weeks they played at a high level.
Yeah, no doy.
Different things with the run game to allow Penny to get loose, or is it just that Penny is that much better of a back than maybe who you saw earlier in the year?
He played well, but they're doing a good job up front, and I think we had some misassignments that led to some big runs.
What happened on Andy's punt? Did he drop that thinking it was going to be blocked anyway?
I haven't seen it. I was looking down at my play sheet when it happened, so I have to look at the film and see exactly what's going on.
Film's gonna tell you everything, man, for sure.
100% in a tough day today.
Yeah, I think he's getting back in the groove. I think we all had a tough day. Wasn't just him. Like I said, offensively, we were off schedule the entire game, and they played harder than us and got after us.
Week 4.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with him right now. I'm done with him talking, is what I'm saying. So we're hearing the same thing every single week. Same thing. They wanted it more. They had motivation more. They play better than us. They out-physicaled us. Same thing, different day. Let me give a big shout out here to DarkCon1 Gaming with a $5 donation. Appreciate the super chat. Says, do you think Kyler Murray's attitude has a lot to do with us losing a lot? It seems like he gives up and stands around with the ball getting sacked, ? Well, honestly, it's so hard to get away from this question because we're seeing it over and over again. You know what I mean? I so badly want to believe that Kyler Murray is much more of a leader than what the 5 seconds are showing us. The 5 to 10 seconds where the camera pans over to him and he's sitting like this. I so badly want to agree with him being that much of a great leader because when we see things, you know what I mean? When the Cardinals give us privilege to watch some things, they like to show us the good things. And that's when the Cardinals are doing very good. We get wired with the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray is very excited. He's jumping up and down the field because things are going the right way. But when things are not going the right way, we're starting to see the same things over and over again. And it's very hard to overcome something when you're not talking to all your players, 11 players on the field. So I got to go with yes, man. I mean, right. Well, what else could I say at this point? It seems to be the trend when things don't go the way of the Arizona Cardinals. It's really hard for us to overcome the adversity that punches us in the face. And right now, what punched us in the face, it's a Seattle Seahawks team that wanted it more, per the coach. A team that's 7-10 comes to State Farm Stadium, and they wanted it more than the Arizona Cardinals. Wanted it more because they out-physicaled us. They outbeat us. What do we do from here, Cardinal fans? I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on Cliff Kingsbury. Because I'm going to sit here and be frank. This is not all on Cliff Kingsbury. No. This is not all on Cliff Kingsbury. It's not. It's on Kyler Murray. It's on offensive line. It's on everybody. AJ Green dropping balls when it's hitting him right in the breadbasket. This is on everybody in that Cardinal organization. Now, I don't think we're getting rid of Cliff, so that's not even a question right now. Cliff is not going anywhere. And the biggest reason for that is because the number one goal that we had was make the playoffs, and we checked that little box. We were told that Cliff can get this ship right. But we're seeing the same things over and over again. An undisciplined team. We're seeing a lack of being able to get touchdowns in these last few games. We're seeing a down spike on this offense. And it's really getting frustrated as a Cardinal fan. Really getting frustrating. Let me get to my guy, Jeremy. Hey, Cowboys fan here. Nothing but respect to you. Your team. Hope we meet again in the NFC West Conference Championship. Appreciate the super chat, man. Thank you so very much. I'm just tired of hearing the same thing over and over again, that the reason why we lost is because the Seahawks wanted it more than we did. Give us something more. Give us something more. Come on. All right, let's keep it going here, man. Let's talk about playoff standings and stuff like that. We will be opening up the phone lines. We're going to be dedicating the last 15 minutes of the show to the phone lines because I want to hear what you guys have to say. Now, keep in mind, I will be keeping it short to see if we can get a lot of people kind of rolling through. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, question. Playoff standings. Cardinals lose. Coming into this game, we're the 5th seed. Coming out of this game with a loss, we're still the 5th seed. Now, as of right now, we will be playing Sean McVay, who's had our number for the last 4 years, and Cliff Kingsbury's number, playing them in the playoffs in SoFi. Now, to me, this doesn't seem too bad. I would have rather have played the Rams in the playoffs than the Cowboys, because there's something to do in my mindset saying that once you beat a team, it's very hard for you to do it again, especially 2 to 3 weeks later. Very, very hard thing to do. Now, this, honestly, I think that this is kind of a blessing in disguise playing the Rams. Do I fear the Rams? I don't. Do I think we match up very well? It really just depends on what team we come up showing up this coming weekend. Are we going to see the Arizona Cardinals 7-0 team, or are we going to see the Arizona Cardinals that has faltered the opportunity of winning the NFC West? What team are we going to show up? And if we lose, are we going to see Cliff Kingsbury starting the same darn thing? We just wanted it more. Oh, I'm sorry. They just wanted it more. Come on. I honestly think it's time to start freaking throwing people under the bus right now. What I would have said is that, yeah, our offensive line didn't hold their part. Our offensive line crumbled at the seams. Kyler Murray was constantly harassed. That's what we saw. But no, he needs to look at the tape. I saw AJ Green drop the ball 2 or 3 times on clutch moments. I seen Kyler Murray throw himself on the floor when he's going to get sacked. But honestly, that's not such a big deal because, hey, we need him healthy in the playoffs. We need to be able to overcome this situation that we're running ourselves into right now. Did we see DeAndre Hopkins on the sideline with crutches? Is DeAndre Hopkins going to come back? Honestly, it's looking pretty darn bleak. James Conner, man, that is huge blow if he has a rib injury. We got to find out what happens with Connor. I like Eno Benjamin. I really, really do like Eno Benjamin. I think it's huge. And I'm glad that he's getting his opportunity. But we got to get healthy in our secondary because, man, it looked bad. Our secondary looked absolutely bad. Borders looked terrible. Antonio Hamilton, looked pretty decent off and on, some moments. Got to get better, man. Got to get better. And stop hearing the same excuse that we've been hearing time and time again. And that is they wanted it more. They out-physicaled us. Let's take it to the comments and see what you guys have to say. We got Elena says Seahawks got to play Chandler Jones. Already have over 50 minutes in cap. Oh, sheesh. Imagine that. I'm not even going to. That would be terrible for the Cardinals. Bryce says Breland is Jerry Kirkpatrick 2.0. Oil excuses. Oh, excuses. Dakota says, what happened to Prince? Man, Prince was last year, man. Prince of Mukamara, that was last year, bro. Josh J says we're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Hopefully. Keep reading to the comments here. John, what's up, John? Who's covering Cup? I mean, everyone knows Stafford is a bum. We beat the Rams with Hop and no Ramsey. Rams are garbage. Bucks, Packers, 49ers will cover Cup. Can we? That's a great question. It's a great question, man. It's a great question. Byron is really the only person I can think of. Are we going to get Marco Wilson back? But the thing is that Marco Wilson is a rookie. Where we're holding our hat so much that we're going to have him do good things. And truth be told, he's not the best, but he's definitely a good player to have out there. Definitely better than Borders. Let me tell you that right now. Better than Borders. Alex, what's up, Alex? Doesn't Cliff have a motivational gene? That's funny. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you, man. I don't know. If the playoffs go sour for the Arizona Cardinals and we hear the same thing over and over again, they wanted it more. We got outcoached. We got outplayed. And we're in week 18 and we're going into the playoffs and you're still using the same excuse over and over and over and over again. I think it's time for an offensive coordinator to come and help you out because I think it's a little too much for you. What he needs to focus on is accountability from these players. And these players are still doing the same thing over and over again. Our offensive line was absolutely brutal today. Terrible. Let's read what It's Hasty has to say. He says, take this as a lesson, AZ fans. Don't let people steer your ship or take control of it and steer that ship to success. Something these Arizona teams can't do. Stay winning Kings. I think what you're saying is to fire Cliff. Right? It's hasty. I don't know. This storybook was right there, man. Storybook ending was right there. Squandered the opportunity, man. Squandered the opportunity. If you guys haven't already, definitely do me a huge favor. Smack that like button. Subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. If this is your first time on the AZ Sports Fan, go and subscribe. Make sure you do that on YouTube or follow me on Twitter, which we are now streaming on Twitter as well. But you're going to be getting a lot more content on YouTube, so definitely do me that big favor. Smack that like button and help out the algorithm. Have other Cardinal fans find this page. Another super chat coming in from my guy XDS4325. Can't understand how we're paying DJ Humphries. Dude cannot block my grandma. That's funny. That's funny. The situation of DJ Humphries is because we just don't have better. That's the problem. We just don't have better. And that goes into drafting. That goes back into free agency. That goes back into every other thing and how to build a winning organization. When your number one goes down, you have depth coming right into it. But one of the dumbest things we did this last offseason was get rid of or cut Lamont Gilliard. Was probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Our offensive line has let down this Arizona Cardinal team. No doubt, man. Kyler Murray is running for his life every single second he can get. It's frustrating to see. Jordan P. with the super chat. Appreciate you. Cliff. Too busy on IG looking for models. Be enemy time. And here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Most fans are going to see this and be like, oh, we made it to the playoffs. We checked the box. We're good. We're fine. Cliff Kingsbury should keep his job. And I think he's going to keep his job because we are that type of organization. We take the little crumbs. We take the little baby crumbs and we hold our hat on it. That's the type of organization and fan base we have. Because just when things are good, we don't want to rock the boat because it seems too darn good to rock. That's who we are. That's who we are as fan base. That's who we are as an organization. We checked the box. That's all we wanted. That's what it seems like to me as a fan. That the Lions wanted it more than you. That the Colts wanted it more than you. That the Seahawks wanted it more than you. And you got outcoached, outplayed, out everything. And we're still hearing the same thing over and over and over again. How do we expect to win the Super Bowl when we are honestly seeing the same damn thing from the freaking coach? But we're complacent. We hit we got the playoffs, Mike. What more do you want? We were a 3-13 team. Guys, we've been a 3-13 team probably more times than you can count. That's just the organization that we are. And the reason why we were a 3-13 team is because we put at Steve Wilkes out there that shouldn't have no reason or business being a head coach. Had Mike McCoy probably had one of the most complicated, stupidest offensive playbooks you could see in the world. And our defense was other garbage. That's the reason why we're 3-13. Let's not pretend like Cliff Kingsbury came here and became our savior, because you give a man 3 years, he better darn as hell get himself in the playoffs. You give a man 3 years, playoffs is minimal of what you should be doing. Let's keep it going here. Francisco, what's up, man? Appreciate the super chat. Honestly, after cooling down, this might be a blessing in disguise. We are way better on the road than we are at home. No, facts. Facts. 100%, Francisco. Facts. And I know we have a lot more people coming in here than we had earlier in the stream, but those are my two blessings in disguise as well. Two little bright sides at the end of the tunnel. A, we are a much better home team. And B, Matthew Stafford seems to be crumbling under pressure. Seems to be doing some really, really dumb things. And he hasn't won a playoff game. And I get it, we haven't either. But for an organization that really put a lot of eggs in their basket for, Stafford to be their savior, I just don't think he's the guy. So I agree with you there. Serbian, Sun Devil, appreciate another super chat, man. Thank you so very much. DJ Turnstiles Humphrey. 100%. And not even just that, man. It's a lot of the offensive line. If it's not DJ Humphries, it's freaking Max Garcia doing whatever the heck he wants, just throwing the ball behind him. If it's not him, it's Josh Jones doing some stupid things. It's just Ronnie Hudson is really the only player on this offensive line that I have confidence that he knows what the hell he's doing. That and Justin Pugh, because he's hurt this whole time. But legit, Rodney Hudson's really the only person on this defensive line that I really feel confident in. Appreciate the super chat, man. As always, I love it. DJ Turnstile Humphreys. Love it. Erica says, would you rather not be in the playoffs? Oh, my goodness. I'm not even going to answer that question. Not even going to answer that question. Got another super sticker here for my guy Back to the Constitution 1. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so very much. Or super sticker. Thanks a lot, man. All right. We've made it to that area. We've made it to that spot. We're going to open up the phone lines. We got to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear what the Red Sea has to say. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if you come on, you will be limited to a certain amount of talking because we want to open up the phone lines. We want to hear what a lot of people have to say. Okay, so I apologize if you feel like I'm cutting you off, but we're going to try to see if we can limit 30 seconds to a minute on each person and try to see if we can, get as much people as we possibly can on here because the grand scheme of things here, I think this Arizona Cardinals team needs, I feel like we all need a therapy session. You know what I mean? I feel like we need a therapy session. So if this is your first time here, this is how it works. At the top of the chat, I just pinned a comment. I pinned a comment. It's a link from StreamYard. All you need to do is click on the link. Come on to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Put on your camera and come on. Now, everybody, what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and limit everybody to 30 seconds to 1 minute. Please keep it short. Please let me know how you feel, but keep it short, keep it simple, keep it beautiful. Now, if you're having a hard time jumping onto the AZ Sports Fan, that means that we had a maximum amount of people trying to jump on and just wait. Wait till the next person's off. Now we're going to try to get some new blood into here right now, so just keep that in mind. Let's open up the phone lines. Let's see what the Bird Gang has to say. Let me take this off here real quick. All right. Let's start off with my guy, Lord Toretto. Alex, what's up, dude? Let's go ahead and start off with you. You are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Lord, talk to me. How you feeling? Cardinals lost.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, just I want to give all of you a little bit of confidence. I mean, we made it to the playoffs. Okay, that was a shit game, but we made it to the playoffs. O-line will always be criticized. That's always like every team is complaining about the O-line. I play football here in Europe too. We always complain about the O-line, so that will always be trouble because you see it directly. So, but we made it to the playoffs. We have the Rams. We can change nothing about this right now. So we have to stick as JJ is coming back. Hopefully Connor is all right. Just stick to our guns. We can fucking do this. I just want to say it to all of you. We can do this. We can get this fucking trophy. And
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much. I just got to cut you off just because of the language. Thank you so much, man. Just because we have some kids here. Appreciate though. And I love the motivation, man. Love the absolute motivation. Thank you so very much for coming on. Let's move on to the next person here right now. Let me see. Let me see if we can just keep opening up some more room. Let's look at Kevin. I haven't seen you in a hot second. Kevin, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's up, man? How you feeling?
How's it going, man? It's been a while, I know.
Where you been?
But this loss made me like especially mad, and that's why I wanted to come on. It's because like we should have won this game. You know, it was all set out for us to have the 49ers win, and then we take that third seed. You know, like it was all set up, and we just couldn't get it done. I mean, like we looked flat coming out the gate. Besides the defense, you know, the defense did good for the half, but the offense couldn't capitalize off of it. And that's almost all of Cliff's fault, you know, because he calls these predictable run plays, and like it's just every single time it's a run up the middle with Connor.
Right.
Like like there's no diversity, and he's supposed to be a coach who, you know, does all these different plays and, you know, this air raid style. Like, oh, it's gonna drive the NFL crazy, and we can't even get a first down on 3rd and 1.
Facts, bro. Facts. Appreciate you, man, as always, man. Thank you so very much. And I promise I'll get you back on again, man. Later, dude.
Yeah, go Card.
All right, let's keep it moving here. Once you're done, definitely do me a favor. Just drop off just so we can get some more people on here. I know there's a lot of people trying to get their opinion on here right now, and I appreciate everybody for coming through. So let's move it on. Let's get some new blood. Let's see what Me Wilson has to say. Me Wilson, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. How are you doing? Cardinals losing to the Seahawks. What's up?
It's a blessing in disguise, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not happy losing to the Seahawks, but, I mean, it usually happens. So I'm not really upset. But I just think we need JJ back for sure. And as long as Cliff can continue to do whatever on the road, whatever his magic is on the road, I think he'll be all right. But I think we do need Jim Harbaugh as the head coach for next season.
Oh, here we go. Hot take. Appreciate you, Me Wilson. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. Okay. Oh, that kind of got me a little like, oh, what's going on? Okay. Well, unless I see him get fired, I would love to talk about potential head coaches, but in my mind, I don't think he's going anywhere. And just because who our fan base is, and, you know, we like to take the little, oh, here's the win. Here's a win. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's move it on. Let's go, Sam. Sam, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. What's up, man? How you feeling? Cardinals losing to the Seahawks.
Oh, cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, I just want to keep this positive. You know, we're in the playoffs, and that's all we can really ask for. You know, I know we've had our, you know, struggles this year with injuries. You know, we all complain about Cliff a lot, but let's look at the positives. We got Kyler in the playoffs. We get a chance to see what he can do. We know what the offense is capable of doing. We just got to, you know, be a little smarter. And I think we can be dominant. And I'd be lying if I said we can't make the Super Bowl, because we definitely can. We have enough talent, whether or not we get Hop and Watt back. So let's keep it going, guys. We're in the playoffs, and let's have fun with it.
All right, perfect, man. Appreciate you, man. Later, dude.
Later.
All right, cool. Let's keep it going. Love it. I love the positivity and kind of going back and forth. This is exactly what we're here for. All right, let's get my guy Soul Pancakes up in here right now. Soul Pancakes, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's up? How you feeling?
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to get my word out there because I didn't get it last year, but I just heard somebody say that Cliff makes predictable runs up the middle with God, I hate when I go scatterbrain when I'm on here. It's because I get nervous and everything with James Conner. So James Conner's a power back, and that's what he's basically known for and stuff. What they need to do, the right criticism to give at this instance, and this is more of what I've heard on Kyler Murray, is he needs to be under center more often, because when you run from under center, you can do an I formation, you can run on the outside, you can do outside inside zone, you can run power through the middle, you can do a duo. You have all these options. When you're running from the gun, which is what Kyler's more comfortable with doing, there's not much for the defense to try to figure out. That's number one. Number two, 174 rush yards on the ground, 62-yard touchdown run by a guy who was a first rounder 4 years ago and is barely getting any playing time. And this has been the problem with the defense this entire time. How come nobody ever goes after Vance Joseph? He runs the same type of schemes every single year, and the same thing happened last year. What happened last year with what was that guy's name? I forgot what his name was, that had 180 yards on the ground and 200 yards total from the 49ers. I forgot what his name was, because of course I'm like the way I am. And they won the time possession game. And then again, they couldn't get off the field when they played the Rams, and John Warford kept drives going. Like, guys, to just enough with the Cliff Kingsbury hate. Let's start throwing some shade at Vance Joseph. He has the talent that he needs right now. He's not capitalizing on it. His schemes are very predictable. Let's send everybody and have our corners and our safeties on an island on third down. They convert. I'm done with this.
All right, appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot. Love it. Hey, I heard somebody say Vic Fangio is aware now. Vic Fangio is fully available now after he got let go from his head coaching job. So maybe we could somehow get a sucker to take away Vance Joseph away from him, because you're right. Can we stop seeing freaking Chandler Jones in coverage, for the love of God? What are we doing? Let's keep it moving. Let's keep saying what you guys have to say. Let's go with Ryan. Ryan, what's up, dude? You are live on the Easy Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's going on? How you feeling?
As a Cardinal fan, it's when we lost to the Seahawks, I mean, it's not like a shocker. Sometimes it happens. We knew at home it was going to happen. I think Jordan Hicks is doing nothing on this team. It's like some players are on the field and they're doing nothing.
Facts.
So, yeah. And Kristen Kirk, too. I mean, he just hasn't been good. And who was our backup running back that came in when Connor was hurt at the end of the game?
Eno Benjamin.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying feed him the ball more, but we said that with Wesley last week, and he's doing nothing now. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That's fair. All right, man. Appreciate you as always, man. Anything else?
No. I think we'll go far in the playoffs because Kyler Murray, who knows what can happen.
All right, brother. Have a great rest of your day, man. Later, dude. Dang, just threw it up. What is Jordan Hicks doing? That's a great question. He's stuck. Get him out of here. I love it. Love it. All right, let's see if we can get some more people here right now. We got a lot of people waiting right now. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Let's get Lagoon Road in here. I think we might have had you once or twice on here. Lagoon Road, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. How are you feeling about Cardinals losing? What's up, man?
Well, against the Rams on the road, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yep.
But at the same time, today is like the first time like the starting five linemen were back together again since the first weeks of the regular season when we're going undefeated. And I think a little bit of rustiness probably has to do with some of that. DJ Humphries, I don't know what's going on with him, but he was dropping the ball. And other than that, Connor, if it's a rib injury, if it's a fracture or whatever, hopefully he can overcome whatever kind of pain that is, and then get it done. If not, I got a good feeling that we can take the Rams in game number one and build momentum from there. But it's just kind of mysterious that the teams that we should be beating, that we're just not beating them.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're taking on teams that we're not gonna that we're not supposed to win against, and then we keep on moving on.
I agree, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a great rest of your day, dude. Yeah, we're not beating the teams that we should be beating, and yeah, it's just a Cardinal curse, man. It's a Cardinal curse, is what it feels like. Jordan P, we're gonna get you on here right now. Jordan P, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. Please take me off this bridge. I'm trying to throw myself off of. What's up, dude? How you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the right person for that.
Facts.
First of all, you said it correctly and perfectly when you said basically what you said. We are so mediocre. Our fans are so happy with, oh my God, we made the playoffs. That's it. I'm happy. Like, no. We were 7-0, and we lost 6 of our last 10 games. Like, listen to that. No team in history has went 7-0 and lost 6 games. We just did it for the first time.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury's a perennial loser. Ever since he's been a head coach since college, in the second half of the seasons, he's always losing.
Yeah.
You know, hasn't changed. It's 3 years. It's not gonna change. And look at what he has to work with. He has talent. You want to talk about injuries? Sean Payton made the playoffs with what? No wide receivers, no quarterbacks, no tight ends. And we're barely making the playoffs with Kyler Murray as our quarterback, AJ Green, Zach Ertz, James Conner, Chase. I mean, like, it's got to stop. He has to go. I'm done with him. He has to go. Like, you've seen in this game, at the end, we couldn't even get a touchdown, right? It was like 4 minutes left. We needed to get a touchdown to get it to a 1-score game. And I was just watching the Niners, 1 minute with no timeouts, down the touchdown, drive the ball and get someone. Shanahan called the play to get someone wide open. How can he do that? But Cliff can't do that. And then Chandler Jones is in coverage on Tyler Lockett on 30-16. Is this the NFL?
Disgusting.
Or these like 6th graders calling plays?
Yeah,
like,
disgusting.
The coaching is so bad. Vance has to go. Cliff has to go. I know everybody's gonna say we made the playoffs. Yeah, we made the playoffs. All right. Watch the playoffs. Watch all these penalties, stupid plays, Chandler Jones covering Cooper Kupp 1-on-1. Yeah, we're gonna watch all that.
Appreciate you, brother, man. Have a great rest of your day. Definitely want to throw myself on the bridge still, but I appreciate you. All right, BBH, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. What's up, BBH? How you feeling?
Honestly, I was pissed off after the game, but right now I'm glad that we're going to be put on the road because we only have 1 loss and against the Lions. I'm kind of like a fluke game because we never do good against the Lions. It's like a known fact, but we could have been undefeated on the road if we didn't play the Rams, but it is what it is. But I'm glad we're playing on the road. I think we can win at least. If we win 1 playoff game, I'm going to give Cliff 1 more year. But if we lose really, really bad, get him gone and go for Jem because Jem is. He actually made it known before the playoffs for the college playoffs that he wants to come back to the NFL and become a coach. So I prefer Jim over Cliff any day. Any day I prefer that because Jim actually took the 49ers to the playoffs.
Yeah.
He took them to the playoffs and took them with a backup quarterback of Kaepernick to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I prefer Jim at all. And I want to mention one thing about Eno. I want to keep Eno and let Chase walk, mostly because Chase cannot stay healthy, and Eno is just like Chase Edmonds.
Yeah.
As a running back, like he's a slippery little dude, and he fights for this extra yardage. With a guy his size, he should not be able to do that against like linebackers or anything like that. So I prefer to keep Eno and let Chase walk.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always, man. Thank you so very much. And let's be honest, y'all. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury's got the roster. He's got the roster to make sure that he is in this position. You know what I mean? He's got the roster. So let's go. Bananas. Bananas, man. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Good, man. How about you?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Well, I guess
I kind of saw this coming, us losing. I thought we were going to lose in Seattle and we would win home. But the positive thing is we're in the playoffs. That was Cliff's next step. Now he has to win in the playoffs for me. If he gets blown out, I say, what's up?
Also, question for you. Win playoffs this year or next year?
This year. Win a game this year since you got in. If he gets blown out, be like, you need an offensive coordinator or you're gone. I'll give him that ultimatum, and if he says no, just cut ties. If you can find somebody, get somebody better. And we need to pray that the 49ers win next week. Because if the Niners win and we win, we play Tampa Bay and they have to go to Green Bay in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, man.
Because we don't want to go to Green Bay in the snow right now because it's bad over there.
Yeah.
And, with what they told, apparently Zach Allen got told, shut your mouth on the J.J. Watt thing because people were asking him in his interview if JJ Watt's going to be available, and he said they told me to shut my mouth. So it's looking like JJ is going to play next week, and we're 7-0 with JJ on the field.
All right, man. Well, let's see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you as always, man. Thank you so
Right.
much, dude. Later. Let me get this quick shout out here real quick to my guy, Me Wilson, with his $5 donation. Appreciate you. He says, I agree with BBH. Jim is better than Cliff. 100%, dude. 100%. But I also agree with my guy, Soul Pancakes, man. We're also not giving a lot of flack over to Vance Joseph. And I think that's definitely something that should start turning here because we're seeing some questionable things here. But Lennon, here's your time, my guy. Take us home. How are you feeling, man? Lennon, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. How you feeling?
Oh man, if we could have won that game, we could have clinched that division. I would be celebrating, but it is what it is. But next week, beat LA. I gotta say, beat LA because beat LA in basketball and baseball and hockey, all that stuff. But hopefully it was a bad game by the Cardinals, and even that punt by Andy Lee. We're bad at home, and it was disgusting in that game, but it's just a way the cookie crumbles. But hopefully we get to beat the Rams because this is the game that we definitely need to win because it's the playoffs. But
I agree, man. I'm going to let you go here, man. Appreciate you as always, Lennon. Thank you so much, dude.
All right, go Cards.
All right, perfect. It seems to me we have a lot of fans pretty much, pretty upset. But, the bright side at the end of the things is that we are in the playoffs. We're a playoff team. I want to wait to see what happens in this game against the Rams. We beat them before this year. We also did have a full roster. We got to make sure that we harass Matthew Stafford, ladies and gentlemen. And as of right now, this is a tough one, man. This is a tough one to swallow. But like I said, tomorrow, we're going to kind of not think about it. We're going to move on. We're going to turn the page, and we're going to start thinking about what the heck just happened, and we're going to figure out, hopefully, right? That's supposed to be the coach's job. So hopefully that's going to happen here. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here. If you haven't already, smack that like button. It helps out the algorithm go wild, and it helps out a lot of other people. Find out this channel exists if they're Cardinals fans. So appreciate everybody for coming through. We do got another super chat coming in here from my guy, Me Wilson, which buys us another minute of this stream. Appreciate you, Me Wilson. He says, or we need Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles back. Also, I'm going for the Raiders tonight. Family's a Raiders fan. Gotcha. Well, the thing is with this Sunday Night Football, there's nothing to do with in terms of NFC, the implication, it's done already. But I agree with, man, if you have some fans in your family, that's cool, man. Appreciate it for coming up. Thanks for super chatting. But the NFC has been set. The Arizona Cardinals are sitting at the 5th seed, and our opponent is going to be the Los Angeles Rams. I think we can hold up. I do think we can. We just got to make sure we clean a lot of stuff up what we've been saying. And Soul Pancakes just bought himself another minute on the stream. Sheesh, my goodness, Soul Pancakes. Appreciate you. He says, last year, the Sam was held down by Hassan. This year, they have rotated Kennard, Golden, and Jones. That's why you see him drop into coverage. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a certain level of frustration of, maybe we should really start looking into who our formations are out, because if there's a possibility that we are seeing those players drop in coverage, then we really need to not call those plays because it's exposable. It's exposable like this. As we can tell, we saw Tyler Lockett convert, 3rd and 16? It's crazy. It's crazy. We definitely don't want to see things like that, but we do have a chance. Our season isn't quite over yet. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the end of this, this next week after Wild Card Weekend. Can the Cardinals keep pushing forward and make a chance at the Lombardi? We'll just have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Thanks, as always. You guys are the real MVP. Appreciate you guys for smacking the like button. Thanks to all the super chatters. Thank you for all the channel members coming through. I appreciate you guys as always. And as always, go Cards.